This, as you said, Kyler was wheeling and dealing yesterday because the throw he made to D-Hop to win this game 33-26, this throw, if we could see it, it's just as sweet a throw and catch as you're going to see. Like that's just, it's...
I mean, I'm going to the ground again.
I know he's got it in one hand. I mean, look at the placement of this ball. Could it be any better? And it's a really good quick catch because you got to get your hands up fast because it's got some mustard on it. It was such a great throw.
I mean, hey,
that's like too good.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, you might tell the guy to turn around.
I tell you.
Okay, what do you want for lunch? Oh, pizza!
Você viu? Vai pra você?
I want tacos. Pizza! On pizza! What about Subway? It's a good call and everyone loves it.
We raised our kids on it.
So stop the bickering?
Chicken bacon ranch. Chicken bacon ranch. Mom, Jay's copying you.
No, not at all. This is copying.
Grow up.
Knock it off!
Good food that's good for you, but good for you. Now, only in the Subway app, get a free footlong when you buy two, because it's footlong season.
Let's be honest, quitting smoking is freaking hard. Like quitting every Monday hard. Quitting feels so big. So try making it smaller, and you'll be surprised at how easily starting small can lead to something big. Start stopping regret.
We are realtors, experts in what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge the hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't make discrimination in real estate. People will.
If you have risk factors like heart disease, diabetes, and raised triglycerides, Vascepa can give you something to celebrate. Vascepa, when added to your statin, is clinically proven to provide 25% lower risk from heart attack and stroke. Vascepa is clearly different. First and only FDA approved. Celebrate less risk, even for those with family history.
Some might say it's cold,
Don't
others
take
might say
Vascepa if
you
you are or
are.
become
Others
allergic
say
to
this is
ethyl
football
or any
weather.
active ingredient in Vascepa. Serious side effects may occur, like heart rhythm problems and bleeding. Heart rhythm problems may occur in more people with persistent cardiovascular risk or who have had them in the past. Tell your doctor if you experience an irregular heartbeat or other heart rhythm problems. Possible side effects include muscle and joint pain. Celebrate less risk. Added cardio protection. Talk to your doctor about added protection with Vascepa. They say our hearts beat 100,000 times each day. 80 times each minute. Each beat making up the moments of our lives. Each moment defining who we are. Moments of excitement. Moments we never forget. And moments we exceed our expectations. Let's live them all. A brand for every citizen. A watch designed for every moment. Citizen.
That means he's back on track.
Let me ask you a question, little Skip. Graded the third best as opposed to being as playing the third best. Do you believe he's playing better? Not graded better. Is he playing better than Josh Allen?
Yeah, look what he's done on those 8 games. 15 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Wow. That's hard to match.
Yeah, when you look at Josh Allen, it's hard for me to believe that if they were to redraft, we know exactly what we know now. He's going first.
To get takeaways, you've got to
He
get
probably won't go very long. Do you remember there was 3 or 4 games early this year when people were all over him because he hasn't been accurate?
Yeah.
defensive teams.
He has 4,000 yards passing, almost 300 yards, almost 40 yards on the ground. Here's the games they've lost. At Tennessee, to Mahomes, D-Hop, Hail Mary. And you see he's getting better. Okay, his completion percentage went up in year 2 to 6%. He's going up 10% in his third year. So what they've done a great job of drafting around him. When they went and got him in June number 1, Stephon Diggs,
They did.
he's a different animal. So now you got those tight ends that can catch ball. And Skip, Beasley. He's rapping. He up there, Buffalo doing his thing. Y'all didn't want it. You didn't want me. Oh, yeah, he's still got You didn't want on Beasley.
No, it's too expensive.
First and 10.
For $5 million, look what he's mad about that 5-yard season.
We're good. We got 3 pretty good ones.
They ain't doing
I think we have 3 better than these with these things.
Dropped right at the
Give Baker credit. He played unbelievable last night. Jarvis made some unbelievable catches for us. He had Njoku wide open in the front of the end zone and went to the top and threw to Landry, who was the guy with Drake on it. But Skip, Josh Allen, to me, has shown he's the better quarterback. He can do everything Baker can do. He has better legs. He has a bigger arm. He's throwing the ball with the same completion percentage. He has more touchdowns, more rushing. So I don't see the scenario in which you look at it by any metric where you can say Baker Mayfield is outplaying Josh Allen.
I don't know. I'll take these last 8 games of Josh Allen.
I mean, Baker has some bad losses on his resume. If you look at that first game by the Ravens, by the Steelers,
pre-Odell injury.
This is an extremely durable kid coming out of
I'm trying to figure out Baker
every
Odell.
time they even thought about running it.
What has happened? What has clarified that Baker's the
big
man?
runs late in games.
You see, there's
an absolute
something going on here.
Extra defensive
As
back
long
here
as
for the
Odell's
Bills
in
on
Cleveland,
third down.
Baker Mayfield is never going to be bigger than Odell. He's never going to be. I don't care. He's the quarterback. It's one of the few occasions here
Maybe.
that the receiver is bigger than the quarterback.
Although you have the more national TV commercials.
But he has more national TV commercials. But which guy has the signature shoe with Nike? Which guy is best boys with Drake? Which guy is the models and everybody? Old guys tweeting. LeBron is this one and that, but the name guys. So now what we see now is that it's Baker's show. Jarvis is an unbelievable receiver, but he's not Odell as far as, like you say, gravity, aura,
Mystique.
So now it's clarified.
I also believe
Now a carry for
that Baker
Dobbins.
was in awe of Odell on and off the field and wanted to run with him, socialize with him.
I don't know, Skip. I just say I think Baker was the guy in
Relatively small
Oklahoma.
sample size, but that's his
Heisman
longest
Trophy
run.
winner, rightfully so. He comes to the number one draft pick,
successful.
To
and
get there, you
he's
actually
the coach
need
of the
some
town in
help. It's not
Cleveland.
just your pure speed,
And
getting
then
to the
Odell
corner,
comes.
making sure that the
And now
blocking
we
is
talk
taken
about
care of
those.
inside
We
so
talk about
pursuit
Odell.
doesn't
They
get
got
you.
Odell. They got Odell out of this.
Those
Odell.
tight ends might be flexed out. They've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside gets a play before he gets there.
There's no animosity there. I've never sensed it.
I just think the thing is, when you do so,
They sack him back at the
quarterbacks have, and I've said this before, and having played 14 years has been around. Quarterbacks have the largest of the egos of any of the players. They should do the best job
And
of
this is
hiding.
something in a 3-4 you don't normally
Wide
get
receivers can't
because
hide
the
it.
nose tackle will
Quarterbacks
get the
can't hide
sack.
this skill.
He's your
The first battle is going to be a full
ends up
display.
getting double
But
teamed and
quarterbacks have
sometimes
been
triple
coached.
teamed. How about him working his way
Aaron
back
Rodgers
and
is
putting
starting
the
to
big
let
guy
his
on the
seat out a
ground?
little bit. Aaron said, I don't care.
So
Let's sit
second
back
and
there
long,
and
you gotta
little
be
Drake up
careful
there
not
saying,
to
you know,
fall
hey,
out of
Yeah.
field
they
goal
stole a
range.
couple of the peas for me. You know, I'm playing unbelievable, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But I just think the thing is, and I think it's going to be best if Odell moves on. It hadn't worked out. I think it's fair. So it doesn't matter whose fault it was. It never matched with Odell in Cleveland. And it's okay if it didn't work. Cleveland tried. They tried to get Baker some talent, and it didn't work. But I'm taking Josh Allen over
Okay,
Baker.
well, let me summarize this for you. I believe this has come down, for most people, maybe even used subliminally to a popularity contest.
It's an easy
Josh
conversion. If
Allen
you're a
is
wide
new,
receiver, you
he's
get the
refreshing,
easy
he's
reception, and
pure,
also a
he's
chance to try to make
untainted.
a play with your
He's a
feet. They got to
good
get
guy
it to the
up there in
21
Buffalo,
here
New
on
York.
third down.
And yet, I remind you, he's had the same head coach the whole way, same coordinator the whole way. Meanwhile, what has Baker done? Against my advice, for sure, my 2 cents from a distance, he amps up the progressive commercials. Now they're every other commercial, and it seems like I see a new one every other week. And it has made him not likable. It has turned a lot of people against him because he is hot doggy arrogant. When he's front running, he will front run. I got it. I think that's part of the Baker package.
You mentioned Stefanski and his calm demeanor. Is that something with the West Coast? Because you look at the floor, you look at his demeanor, you look at Andy Reid on the sideline, you look at Kyle Shanahan, you look at Gary Kubiak with him. They ain't coming on that rah-rah, they're just like, hey. Okay, and I think it's good. But they let Baker be Baker.
Okay, and Josh Allen, a lot of people have gravitated to him because he's far more likable than Baker is. Because we have to I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm talking about charismatic leadership, contagious charisma. Baker is unbelievable. I saw it at Oklahoma. He took a team that was not that talented. And
You think Baker's gonna make the Pro Bowl?
I don't know. I mean, he had such a bad start to the year with Odell. I doubt it.
I think it's probably going to be Mahomes, Josh Allen, and between Tannehill and Lamar.
Okay, well, you have written off Baker as you have written him off as a game manager and a front runner, and I think last night he showed you they threw the ball to run the ball.
Yeah.
Right? They threw it first.
And then I think the thing was, Skip, they dropped that safety down in the box to try to contain the run. Baker was throwing a lot of one-on-one guys. But give him, Skip, I'm going to give him credit for what he did it's like, we grade, I don't get grade you one test and you make 100, and that means you get 100 for the rest of your test you take. You take a test every week, and I'm going to grade you accordingly. Last night,
That's been pretty good for them.
Did you know they played the Cowboys out of that game?
3 first downs and 3
Did you know
points.
they played the Cowboys out of that game?
Cowboys lit it up.
Oh, niggas making prime time.
Cowboys.
That's on record.
They said no record.
They are always must-watch.
You know y'all losing prime
You know
time.
you're watching the Cowboys. While the Browns are rolling, the Patriots are not. What does missing the playoffs do for Bill Belichick's legacy? We go there.
Now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard
It's the ultimate bacon cheeseburger that's got all other cheeseburgers filled right. And now the breakfast Baconator with chicken and waking up your breakfast, bringing that big bacon energy all day long. Skip the Wendy's and always be baconated.
We are realtors, experts at what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge a hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination in real estate. People will.
I know this all looks very Hollywood. Guess what? This is a Nissan Sentra ad. Whole thing I was looking for is this one. There's always a little present. This Sentra has more standard safety features than that 3 Series behind me. What? Did you want a big red bow? New Sentra, just $169 per month.
Instead, in this case,
if you have obstructive sleep apnea and you're often tired during the day, you could be missing out on amazing things. Sunosi can help you stay awake for them. Once daily, Sunosi improves wakefulness in adults with excessive daytime sleepiness due to obstructive sleep apnea. Sunosi worked for up to 9 hours in 12 weeks in a clinical study. Sunosi does not treat the cause of OSA or take the place of your CPAP. Continue to use any treatments or devices as prescribed by your doctor. Don't take Sunosi if you've taken an MAOI in the last 14 days. Sunosi may increase blood pressure and heart rate, which can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, or death. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure. Sunosi can cause symptoms such as anxiety, problems sleeping, irritability, and agitation. Other common side effects include headache, nausea, and decreased appetite. Tell your doctor if you develop any of these, as your dose may need to be adjusted or stopped. Amazing things happen during the day. Sunosi can help you stay awake for whatever amazes you. Visit Sunosi.com and talk to your doctor about Sunosi today.
The Patriots came up short against the Dolphins 22-12, and the loss officially put an end to any chances New England could make the playoffs. Now that they've dropped to 6-8. It's the first time Bill Belichick and the Patriots will not make the postseason since 2008 season. So Shannon, how much does missing the playoffs this year hurt Belichick's legacy?
He missed the playoffs for the next 5 years, so it's Belichick legacy is set in stone.
This would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
What he's done, I mean, it depends on how long he coaches. There's an outside chance that he might catch. I don't know if he wants to put that kind of time in, but I think 300 wins is really an outside chance. I think he can get to 300 fairly easy. But still, when he got 6 wins, he got 6 wins out of his roster. He should be able to coach in the year consideration. Considering all the opt-outs that Ron Gilmore's been in and out of the lineup all year. Cam has been ineffective, new system. He got COVID, missed some games, and what we've seen some guys struggle early on coming back from goals. We saw Myles Garrett get his he's not the same pass rusher that he was before he got. We saw Cam struggled coming back from that. Lamar said we saw Lamar cramped up the other night. And so for me, this doesn't prove anything. This proves that Tom Brady was smart to lead knowing that he did not have it. Getting to the playoffs. New England's talking about getting to the playoffs. Yeah, it'd be good, but that's something to talk about. But when you've accomplished what they've accomplished, the playoffs is not the standard. The standard is the Super Bowl. And Tom knew, with the talent that I have on this roster, even if I'm historically great, I can't take it to the Super Bowl. I can't win. I can't beat the team. I can't beat Tennessee. I can't beat Mahomes with this roster. So he went and got him a more talented roster that he feels gives him a better chance to get to the ultimate game and win it. So for me, Skip, this does nothing. It does nothing to take Coach Belichick's legacy. And I'm surprised he won 6 games. Considering all the opt-outs, considering the lack of talent, and it's his fault now. He shot all the roses on the dish that turned out Skip, that mess that it tastes like. He cooked it.
But you did predict he would win this division.
Yes. Okay. I did not predict Buffalo to take off like they took off. I knew the Jets would go be the Jets. And Miami surprised me with how well they played. And we saw Miami trending, but I thought they were still. I thought year 3 would be the year that they make the series playoff run. But I think the Ravens are going to get that final playoff spot, and I'll be right.
You'll be right about what?
I think the Ravens. I think the Dolphins are going to miss the playoffs this year. I think the Ravens will win their last 2 games.
Yeah.
I think they got the Giants, and then they got somebody fairly easy.
Yeah, the East is close.
Right. So I believe they'll get that spot over the Dolphins.
Okay. Back to your statement that you opened with. If Bill Belichick were to miss the playoffs for 5 straight years, then the NFL world would conclude that Brady was 90% of the dynasty, and that would ruin Bill Belichick's legacy.
Yeah.
Well, it would in his mind. It would in most people's minds that, well, Brady made you, which is what I thought from the start.
Well, people will say, if Belichick had the roster in Tampa, they would have lost 4 games. They would have lost maybe 1 game, 2 tops. If he had that roster.
Look at this roster. How did he improve it?
That's what I'm saying. He shot for the grocery, so the meal that the dish that be prepared, get prepared.
Okay, and speaking of missing the playoffs for the next 5 years, I think it's a distinct possibility because he doesn't have a quarterback. Can Cam bounce back from this? It's been pretty miserable all told. You look at the whole body of work, and I give you COVID, I give you lack of it, like Tom Brady somewhere today is saying, I know. But Cam now in QBR ranks 29 out of 32 quarterbacks. It's 45, 5 points below average. He's thrown 5 touchdown passes to 10 interceptions. He has run for 11 rushing touchdowns, which is very good.
Yeah.
And he's had a couple of moments in the sun where he ran with the ball early, but you were the first to say, well, you can't keep that up.
Okay, and he's had a couple of games here where he's thrown for 397 against Seattle. He had another 379 against somebody. So he's had flashes where he reminded you of the man. Okay. And then you have some other games. You see the game at Denver, you see the game of under 100-yard pass. You're like, well, they don't care.
And then last week, as we all know, all too well, he had one potential star receiver in N'Keal Harry. He played the first round, only first round draft pick receiver by Bill Belichick since he's been in New England. And N'Keal's trainer dumped it all on Cam, saying it's basically, it's his fault that my guy is not catching a lot of balls. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so you got that working against you, and then you go to Miami, and the defense that's been pretty good much of the year, he gave up 250 yards rushing to the Dolphins. 250 yards rushing. What's that about? And all of a sudden, they lose Stephon Gilmore, and I don't know the end of it. I hope I'm not going to look for him.
They look bad,
right?
Yeah, I don't see a scenario. Skip, normally what the Patriots do, what we've seen them do over time, Skip, if they give you money, extra money, the next year you go.
You're gone.
They're going to trade you.
It looks like he's got a season-ending knee injury. I don't know.
They look bad, yes.
Okay. So all of a sudden they have 2 games remaining. One's on Monday Night Football a week from tonight against the Bills that you're starting to love.
Yeah.
So the Bills can take their foot off the gas, or they're going to just drive it home. Okay? And then they wind up with the Jets at home, and the way the Jets have suddenly started playing, because the Jets should have beaten Oakland in Las Vegas. Okay? So maybe that's like a toss-up game to me now.
Man, front office, the high-ups, the Jets like, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
And I'm like, yes. Because we do not want to have our photos beside the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
The only team in a 16-game schedule is to win none of your games. I don't want 15. There have been some 1 in 15 teams. There have only been 1 on 16, and I didn't want to be 2. So we might have lost your, forget your phone. Because there's a good chance I'm not going to be here to almost Trevor Lawrence.
Well, it's funny, the team that needs Trevor Lawrence, maybe even worse than the Jets, is New England.
Yes.
Is it Jarrett Stidham next year? I just don't see it. I think he's ready to go forward with Jarrett this year.
I think they're hoping that some of these quarterbacks, maybe Matt Stafford becomes available, trained, Matt Ryan becomes available. Maybe there are some of these quarterbacks, big dollar guys that's going to become available. But yeah, maybe they got no money. And Coach Belichick said, that's why we gave Campbell millions. We got no money.
And the crusher yesterday was Miami's top running back, Myles Gaskin, was out. And so Salvon Ahmed, undrafted out of Washington, ran wild. He had 122, and they had, again, 250 total.
Breda had 86 on 12 carries.
Thank you.
42 for 252.
So help me out. Where are you headed? Where's the light at the end of the tunnel? I just don't see it. It looks dark to me. And by the way, did you see Belichick after the game just do what he wore to his media session? We can just see what he got out of it. It's scary. I didn't know, but he didn't want anybody to even know who he was. He's trying to hide.
Go Belichick, say, man.
Hey, you want me to wear a mask? Here's a mask.
Punter. Man, like, Coach, can you notice if you know you on camera, can you let your hands a little bit so? Can you catch the data? Coach Belichick said,
hey. He's gone into witness protection.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Look at this. No hiding for Jalen Hurts. Did he just solidify himself as the future QB of the Eagles? How about we hear from Michael Vick, who will join us after the break.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Geico makes the claims process so easy, I can manage my claim all on the Geico app. It's not just easy, it's giving your dog your fitness tracker easy.
I just need something right here.
Already got my 40,000 steps today.
Geico, fast and convenient claim service.
This holiday, get iPhone 12 on the 5G Americans been waiting for.
This new iPhone Plus price and 5G is incredible.
Switch now and get iPhone 12 Pro Max on us. Unlimited plans start at just $35. This is 5G from America's most reliable network.
USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets tough, our agents do the legwork so saving on auto insurance is easy. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
We are realtors, experts in what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge a hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination in real estate. People will.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
It's exactly a win-win, but for just take that kind of a run, right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still working for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35. It's a second down here that's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running. So Duffy in the front of attack. Look at this in the drive room right here.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing good is born from life.
They'll hit the 2-minute mark in the first half.
Grace is not what you think.
It doesn't matter where they came from or how you met them. Some you've known your entire life. Others just feel like it. They come in small groups or by the thousands. But we call them all family. And everything's just better when you're with them. No matter how you family, it's better in the Hyundai Palisade. With available class-exclusive blind view monitor.
Get ready, our most popular battery is now even more powerful.
Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
The stronger lasts longer.
And these guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
How about this, guys? Christmas Day is an NFL special as the Vikings will and respond. They take on Drew Brees and the Saints. Coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern on Fox. Also available on NFL Network and streaming on Prime Video. I don't know what you're laughing about over there, Shannon. It's Christmas Day and it's Vikings. What else can I ask for? I'd like to win. Well, how about this? Jalen Hurts racked up 401 total yards to go along with 4 total touchdowns against the Cardinals yesterday. Hurts and the Eagles had an opportunity at the end of the game, but the drive stalled the Cardinals' 31-yard line, and they ended up losing 26-33. There were conflicting reports over the weekend about now backup QB Carson Wentz. First, that he did not want to stay in Philly if he wouldn't be a long-term starter, and then a newer report saying that Wentz actually doesn't want out. Fox Sports Michael Vick is joining us this morning. Mike, how close are you to saying that Jalen Hurts is the future of the Eagles?
I'm very close, and for a lot of different reasons, and because yesterday, that was just a smooth performance by Jalen Hurts, and it was effortless. I thought he did all the right things and all the right key moments at the game, other than winning the game. He didn't turn it over, and I certainly felt like he positioned himself, and when you look at a guy like Jalen Hurts and his skill set and what he brings to the table, you automatically start thinking about the future, building around him, and how the offense can potentially progress and what you can do in it. I know if I'm thinking that way, Doug Peterson has to be thinking the same thing. This situation just reminds me of Dak Prescott and Tony Romo all over again for all the right reasons. And it's about progression. It's about, getting better. It's about the team, ultimately. And you can't win if you don't have the right guy behind the center. Not to say that Carson wasn't the right guy. It started to look like the paint was just running around the ball. And, Philadelphia Eagles fans, they probably feel like they need something new. I know that's the way they feel. And, they don't give you too much time out there. There's some new blood like Jalen, a guy who looks like he can build around him. Why not go for it? So I think now is a telltale sign, for Doug Peterson and the organization getting a good look at Jalen so they can make a decision. The Oakland Raiders at the time, they did the same thing. They drafted Derek Carr in the second round, and they moved forward with it. He was Matt Schaub's predecessor at the time. So, this is not anything new. It's not nothing we've never seen before. It's just the right decision at the right time being made, and it's an accurate decision. So I like what Jalen Hurts did yesterday, and I think you can just build and improve on that. It's only 2 games, but I'm going to go back to what you said about the Cowboys and Tony Romo situation. Romo got hurt. There's no way, no matter how bad Tony Romo was playing, would Jerry Jones have allowed Dak Prescott to get that starting lineup to kill. If Tony Romo killed this, he just don't care performance. Just don't care performance. But for me, it's only 2 games, Mike. Now, I'm going to need to see him play, build upon what he did, because those 2 games that he played phenomenal. He beat New Orleans, who didn't show up defensively 2 weeks ago, but showed up yesterday, and they took a Herculean effort by Mahomes in order to win the game. And then, even though he was battered, he still found a way yesterday. Sacked 6 times. He still made plays with his arms. He still made plays with his legs. So I'm going to see more of that. The Eagles they just...
And for the second time tonight, this field goal...
They basically would be upside down. If you ever hold the car home, Skip, you know what that means. And you owe more than what it's worth. You want Carson Wentz. He'll do over the next 3 years $99.5 million. If you cut it at $60 million in dead money, you're going to have to make a decision because, Skip, I think by the 3rd day of the new year, you have to make a decision on it because his 2022 salary becomes guaranteed. 2021 will already be guaranteed.
Yep.
So you're going to have to make a decision fairly quickly. This is not something where we'll put the job up to training camp and the best man win. Because at that point in time, you have to start it because there's no way in hell you're going to have a $33 million quarterback holding a clipboard. So they're going to have to make a decision, and Jalen Hurts can make that decision as easy or as difficult as you like.
To the line to start their next drive. And you got to think if this is anything other than just taking a knee,
at Dallas,
I'd be very surprised.
and then Washington at home.
Because that's what you want to see him play with, because that's the team they have to go after me for the next several years. So that's definitely what we want to see him play.
I would like to hark back to a word that that Michael Vick used, which is the operative word when it comes to Jalen Hurts, who I watched very closely in every snap that he took at the University of Oklahoma a year ago. That word is effortless. I tried to tell Shannon, Michael, that Jalen doesn't look like he's moving that fast because he doesn't look like he's trying that hard to be quick or fast. And I'm not saying he's the Michael Vick experience in Atlanta, but I'm just saying he gets past people, he gets around people, and sometimes he gets through people with sort of effortless poise. He does not turn the football over. He threw 32 touchdown passes for Lincoln Riley last year at Oklahoma, which told me he can throw it. He has learned to throw it much better than he threw it for Lane Kiffin at Alabama. He also scored 20 touchdowns a year ago at Oklahoma with his legs. And we saw in the first 2 games that he's played in pro football, his legs can get him out of trouble. Shannon always says, well, they can get you into trouble too, and maybe he's going to have to learn that. But so far, so great. And I want to stress the degree of difficulty that he got baptized with in this league, because he got thrown into the fire against the New Orleans defense a week ago that was the hottest defense in pro football. And he lived to tell about it. He shredded it. He didn't get sacked one time in that game, and he didn't turn it over one time, and they won. And everybody played better everywhere on both sides of the ball. The defense played better, his receivers caught better, his running back, Miles Sanders, ran better. It's because of his natural-born leadership that everybody raises their level around him. Saw it at Oklahoma, I think we saw it at Alabama. Then yesterday, he gets thrown into another fire against a red-hot Arizona defense that had terrorized Daniel Jones and to a certain degree Colt McCoy a week ago at Giants. And he got sacked 6 times, and he just kept jumping right back up and saying next and next. And he kept making plays because that's what he does. He's a natural-born leader and playmaker. And again, I'm going to go back to what I tweeted the day they drafted him, which shocked me. Mixed my emotions because I've never liked the Eagles, but all of a sudden I love Jalen Hurts and I still don't like the Eagles. But the point is, I tweeted, he will be better than Carson Wentz. I'm not saying he's more talented because he's not. He doesn't have a better arm than Carson. He doesn't have 6'5". Carson can run through brick walls occasionally, but he just has a knack for guiding, leading, and playmaking that will make him a better quarterback than Carson Wentz.
Mike, I think you can attest to this, but when we look at quarterbacks, the thing is that their legs can get them out of harm's way, and I say this a lot, but their legs also runs them into problems. We all look at guys and we think of mobile quarterbacks. Mike, you got sacked a lot. As a matter of fact, Randall Cunningham had the record for the most sack attempt. David Carr broke the record. Steve McNair, Kyler, Deshaun, Russell Wilson. Their legs get them out of harm's way. Let them make plays on the edge, but sometimes it runs them into the sack where you're getting away on the front side, you're running into something on the back side.
Or they think they can't escape it, and they can't.
Rush right into it. Yeah. Mahomes, that's how he got sacked 30 yards. He's like, oh, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm just going to retreat back and got swipe the leg and got it.
Go, Michael.
With experience, with experience that, you learn to bolster that and when to run it, when not to run it, and the more he's in the pocket and the presence is there, the more feel for the game he can get, the better he'll become. So, I'm not worried about that with Jalen Hurts. That's OTAs, mini-camp, training camp, all of that come with repetition. And, so with Jalen Hurts, I think Skip just hit it on the head. There's just a lot of upside right there. But let me just shift gears to Carson Wentz real quick. I mean, Carson is going to land on his feet regardless of how this plays out. There's a lot of dead money. I know they got to stick with him. If it all boils down to it, but, with a bunch of competent people get in the room or jump on the phone, trades can be made. Things can happen. And imagine Carson Wentz in a situation with a guy like Kyle Shanahan or some of the top offensive rules in the game. That can revitalize his career and bring him back so it's not over by any stretch. That's one of the reasons why I say you can't move forward with Jalen Hurts. It's just a new look for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for
a lot of money.
Quick strike to 75 yards, and they find the
It is a lot of money, but I think it's good, Mike. You're not writing him off yet. But we do want you to stick around, please, because we need to break down Tom Brady's latest comeback against the Falcons.
They did
All Tyson Eddie Tyson's chickens raised with no antibiotics ever. They're a great decision for snack time. Letting your son's one-man band practice in your garage? Not a great decision. Keep it real. Keep it Tyson Eddie Tyson's. This holiday, get iPhone 12 on 5G America's been waiting for.
This new iPhone Plus price at 5G is incredible.
Switch now and get iPhone 12 Pro Max on unlimited plan start at just $35. This is 5G from America's most reliable network.
We are realtors, experts in what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge a hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination in real estate.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least
Right now, you can get a free breakfast Baconator with any order in the Wendy's app, so you can shake up and break up your breakfast. We're bringing that big bacon energy all day long, so you can always be baconating with a free breakfast Baconator.
It's time to step up, prep up.
Step up, prep up.
Help you free from the risk of HIV.
From the makers of Truvada, there's another PrEP option, Descovy for PrEP, a once-daily prescription medicine that helps lower the chances of getting HIV through sex. It's not for everyone. Descovy for PrEP has not been studied in people assigned female at birth. Talk to your doctor to find out if it's right for you.
Step up for health and mind.
Prep up for your one and only mom, or many moms. For kings, this queen, and you royals in between. For my now,
Our now.
and my future.
Our future.
Step up, prep up. Descovy is another way to prep. Descovy does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections, so it's important to use safer sex practices and get tested regularly. You must be HIV negative to take Descovy for PrEP, so you need to get tested for HIV immediately before and at least every 3 months while taking it. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. They may check to confirm you're still HIV negative. Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Very life-threatening side effects include buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. The most common side effect is diarrhea. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take, or can treat your liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis, do not stop taking Descovy without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about your risk of HIV and Descovy for PrEP. It's right for you.
Words are loud, but actions are louder.
Step up,
Prep up with Descovy for PrEP.
Get healthy with Descovy for PrEP. Learn more at stepupprepup.com.
Tom Brady found himself trailing the Falcons 24-7 in the third quarter before mounting a comeback. Brady and the Bucs ended up going on a 24-3 run that was capped off by a 46-yard touchdown pass to Antonio Brown. Brady finished the game with 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Mike White's still with us right now. So, Mike, please, could you give Brady a letter grade for his performance yesterday?
Because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking
I'm gonna give Tom a B+. And that's the Tom I like to see. I like to see Tom, not always, in dire straight situations, but I like to see the GOAT emerge when he needs to, and overcoming the 17-point deficit actually 2 times in this game really showed us that Tom still has the patience to sit in the pocket regardless of what and still hammer it out. I said to myself yesterday I wanted to see all the stars set right, and I think they did, and it started with Tom. And, even though I still don't think they're protecting him the best they should, he's moving around a lot, and I think Tom has watched a lot of opposing quarterbacks on tape play against the defenses that he's about to face and see him moving around and scrambling. And Tom didn't have a lot of that in him yesterday, but he had some in him yesterday. He worked the pocket, he moved, he got on the move a couple times. And I thought he extended plays just a little, and it was enough. But more so than anything, it was about the patience and the presence and the wherewithal to stay within the framework of the offense and the game. And it's easy to start just chucking balls down the field, to start trying to pick up first downs and getting out of character. He didn't do that. He stayed within the framework of the offense. He played his game and ultimately found himself back in the game and able to win it. And, it's just Tom Brady making plays.
he's supposed to make, and I'm going to give him a strong B. Because that was one of his best performances of the year. And I don't think that Atlanta Falcons defense is a horrible defense. You know, like stop playing bad at times. They're bad at times, but they play hard. They rush the pass. They hit time. They rush. Sometimes they cover. Sometimes they don't. This is a divisional opponent, and I know the magnitude of that game, Shannon. That's why I say that. So this is just not an easy game by any stretch. You just can't walk into Atlanta and beat it. You got to go early.
Dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm looking at my notes. It says the Atlanta Falcons have the second worst pass defense in the NFL.
What, to Tampa's?
Huh. Let me see that really quick. I'll read that again. The Atlanta Falcons have the second worst pass defense in the NFL next to Seattle. But anyway, interesting. So let me ask you a question, Mike. You say you graded your game with grades. So was it a 2-part test? Was it an essay and multiple choice? Or we just do an essay and just multiple choice? Because I want to know what the grade you gave for the first half. 60 yards, 5 first downs.
Listen, I don't give first half and second half. I give an overall grade for overall performance sake. Okay, you get a benefit of the doubt on that, baby. I don't want to on that. Okay, look, I mean, I can do that because every test I ever took, it was always one grade. You know what I mean? It won't anything outside of that.
Hold on, man. You took the SAT, right?
Once in the victory
You
last
had
week as he sends this one away.
right. So it was 2 parts, right? So you just scored like 1,600, or did you get like 800, 700 for one part, 800 for the other part? I'm just trying to figure out, because I took the SAT and I ain't doing that well.
I got points for writing my name. Write my name, and then I had to fix.
You know what, Skip? I will give him, you know what? I've been to Jerry's movies, man. You know what Colonel right around the corner? C+.
C+? You're going to give him a C. You're going to give him an F for the first half and an A for the second.
Yeah, see, you know exactly how I grade you.
You're trying to get Christmas spirits.
I give him a C+.
Line to start their next drive.
Did we not see Atlanta team have a 29-10 lead on the Cowboys? And Dak Prescott threw for almost 500 yards and came back. We just saw the same team in that very building have a 16-point lead on the Chicago Bears in the fourth quarter and close that lead. We saw them have a 6-point lead with under a minute against Detroit and close that lead. Mike, really? Really? They just fired the head coach and the general manager. And you say it's good?
His defense has been all over.
Man, Shane, you know, man, this is NFL, bro. This NFL. I don't care about percentages. I don't care what your rank is. When you learn on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, it's about you and that opponent. It's about you and the opposition and what y'all do in that moment. Okay, so I don't care about what happens. Before then, this is about what happens now. And look, I was scared for a minute. I thought the Atlanta Falcons was about to win this game. Like, 17, and then they got to score in. It's 24-7. I'm like, this ain't going to end good.
Okay, I want to turn it off. I want Skip to go. But I want you to have that same energy, and I want you to have that energy. Because guess who Atlanta play next week, Mike, on Sunday? My homeboy. So when he goes for I want to see how good that defense is. That's where they go. They go to Arrowhead on Sunday. So I want...
Is that a division rival?
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do me like this. Skip said it doesn't matter. Any given Sunday, man versus man. This is the NFL. That's what they just told me. So, my homeboy, it's your turn on Sunday.
Thank you. It's now my turn. I'm going to give Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. an A- for yesterday because of the circumstances under which he had to dig out. Think about what happened in the first half against the division rivals. Played a lot better under Raheem Morris. They should have been ahead 21-0 at halftime, and I was ready to write off Tampa Bay as don't belong in the playoffs, Buccaneers. I saw nothing I liked in the first half on offense or defense, while Matt Ryan went 23 of 31 for 235 yards in the first half alone. And I don't know what Brady said at halftime. I don't know what McDarian said. I just know what Brady thought. He said, enough of this, you know what. And out came the alter ego I call Psycho Tom in the third quarter. And off he went. You could tell on that first drive in the third quarter, it's just boom, boom, boom. He was saying, not today, not even in this house. a house in which he came back from 28-3 down in the Super Bowl. A house Michael Vick obviously knows, but he came back from 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
That was in Houston.
What's that?
That was in Houston.
But the point is that he came back from desolation. It's like you don't look like anywhere near a playoff team, and all of a sudden, because of your first drive in the third quarter, you whip them back into the psychological shape of, he's doing it, so we got to do it. And the defense didn't live up right away because they let Matt Ryan go 75 yards in 7 plays, as Michael Vick points out. And all of a sudden, it's now 24-7. And here came Brady again, 26 yards to Mike Evans, 24 yards to Mike Evans, and then hit Godwin on a quick slant underneath Mike Evans, and all of a sudden it's 24-14. And then here he comes again. I have never seen anything like Brady. I don't know that he's ever played a better second half in his life in a regular season game than he played. He threw for 320 yards. I don't care who you're throwing against. The 320 is... It's the best second half anybody's had all year long.
I know guys threw with 310 and 360 in a half.
Against that defense, that's all you need to know. I've never seen anything like it, and he saved them. He lifted them back from 8-6 to 9-5, and all of a sudden, when the game was over, I sat back and said, you know what? That team has the potential to win this whole thing. That's what it has.
Mike, let me ask you a question, Mike. Let's just say you sit around the dinner table, you eating, you with the family, and you knock your drink over.
Fielded in the end zone.
You get up, you clean it up.
25 as he
Are you want to congratulate for that? You did it. You feel that, right? So why would you congratulate Tom Brady for putting him in that 17 ball? Because you told me that Mike Vick tell me, you told me, like, if I score a touchdown, I get to kick the ball off to you. Now it's your opportunity. You don't do anything with it. You kick the ball back off to me. I score a touchdown. So during that point in time, what was already doing on offense, you my gas Mike, in the first half?
I said a couple weeks ago, I thought there was too many 3 and outs and a lot of air throws. That's going to happen in football. It's all about taking over coverage. When the Atlanta Falcons, they got offense. I mean, Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley, they show up. They show up every week. What Tom Brady wasn't doing against the offense. I'm talking about that. I'm using Atlanta. You said Atlanta defense is good. I said the defense. This is good too. This is the reason why the Bucs was down 17-0. Not get down 17-0. And the offense is out there. Atlanta's offense is out there scoring. That's on the Bucs defense. That's not on Brady. Brady don't play safe. So what was Brady doing?
It's a first
down. So where did he get under this time? Put the plan together in terms of getting back out there. So he can put no plan together in the first half, huh? No plan came together.
Shannon, I will buy this.
Okay, what you will buy?
He spilled the wine in the first half. There was none left. So you know what he did in the second half? He turned water into wine. Water into wine. I've never seen anything like it before.
Okay, I want you to have that. Now, see, Mike, you know what's going to happen. Now, the homeboy going to go for 405 touchdowns, and he's going to say the degree of difficulty. They were psychologically traumatized from what happened the week before. That's what you're going to do. Because you know what my homeboy going to do. If Mike is if Antonio Brown, what about the DB? What do you think Tyreek going to do, Mike?
So, Shannon, I just have one final question for you. Are you able to admit you were wrong each of the last 4 years when you said it's time for Tom to take it home? It's not time to go home, Tom. You're washed up, you're new long, and did that look like a guy who should retire yesterday?
If Tom was going against New Orleans, what Patrick Mahomes, you think he'd make it out of that game? Because we saw 4 weeks ago when he went against New Orleans what happened, right? You said he called timeout to kick a field goal. You were feeling sorry for him. I remember you came over that Monday and felt sorry for Tom. You said, I feel sorry for what he had to go through that night. That's what you said, right? I did. That's my boy. He's going to turn him over to me.
Riled up. Okay, well, the Cowboys somehow, find themselves just a game back in the NFC East. So, Mike, stick around one more so we can break down their playoff hopes. They are still in this thing.
Christmas trees try so hard. Why is part of it so those choo-choo trains come alive? The best trees, they kind of only need two things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry, Reese's.
I made a business out of my passion. I mean, who doesn't love obsessing over network security?
All our techs are pros. They know exactly which parking lots have the strongest signal.
I just don't have the bandwidth for more business. Seriously, I don't have the bandwidth. Glitchy video calls with regional offices? Yeah, that's my thing.
With AT&T Business, you do the things you love. Our people at Network will help you do the things you love. Let's take care of business. AT&T.
As a short yardage runner and pick up for
no matter the neighborhood, you'll always have that neighbor, the one who has everything except humility. To show up the show off, do you need power or this optimum power? Because Duracell Optimum makes this RC truck even faster than Cowboy.
To speak up there, maybe a yard down to the 20.
Upgrade your device with Duracell Optimum.
Sometimes our lives are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community. So part-time Army National Guard.
Become all that you're doing for so long. Everything will be different. This world is not ready for all that you will
Paramount, he got it done. Nursing that slim leg, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
You need USA insurance for this season.
The Ravens
With
on
being a
third
fan
down.
of Budget
They've
Gets
only
Tough,
converted
our
once in
agents
4
can let work
tries.
some saving
This
on
is
auto
3rd and
insurance.
4.
Easy. USA, what you're made of, we're made for.
We are realtors, experts at what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge a hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination for real estate.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to...
Introducing slices and sticks. 4 slices of pepperoni pizza together with 8 Italian cheese sticks. A combination as unexpected as the set the telephone. It's slices and sticks, just $6. Pizza.
The Cowboys defense shut up big against the 49ers, creating 4 turnovers in the 41-33 win. Tony Pollard racked up 132 yards in scrimmage and 2 touchdowns with Zeke sitting out with a calf injury. With the Cowboys win and every other NFC East team losing yesterday, Dallas is now second in the division, just a game behind Washington. Michael Vick still with us. So Mike, I feel like I've asked you this before, but right now, who wins the NFC East?
Man, look, it's being like this, and Shannon probably won't need it. Shannon probably disagree. Regardless, but I would say the Eagles is crazy things. And I do think we're going to beat the Cowboys this week. I know the Cowboys had a good week last week. Tony Pollard ran wild. They got some plays made on the defense, some interceptions, and it looked good. I really feel like we're going to beat the Cowboys this weekend, and we're going to beat the football team in week 17. And then, however that shake up, I don't know, something's going to happen. We're going to eventually end up in it. I'm just looking at it like this. I got to support my squad, and there's been a lot of ups and downs, man. And I might be rooting for my heart right now, but I like what I see from my team, and I think they've been playing hard, and I think it's going to be a lot of letdowns coming down the stretch, man. So, there you go. That's my take, Jerry.
You need to get LASIK like Skip, but you need to borrow my glasses. I don't see how. I Skip looked at me, I looked at him like,
I didn't know. I knew the reaction I was going to get.
I would take Washington, because I think they're going to render this all a moot point come Sunday about 1:35. That might be 35 would be everything but the Cowboys. Yeah, man, my average on the The only thing left is the benediction. You know when you have church, you been there, you like pray, hey, the benediction.
That's when you wake up in church, right?
That's when just cap. They already know what the cap got. I don't know what the logo was. I guess we got WFT on the watch. The watch good football team. Like, yeah, that's I'm not gonna take a whole lot of your time, Skip. I know this your baby. You want to talk about it? I'm going to Washington will beat Carolina, and Washington will be the NFC East champ. Done.
As much as I love Jalen Hurts, I have not seen the Eagles. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for the Eagles with that tie to throw back. I guess it is. So the point is, it all comes down to, as I told Shannon a week ago, to unbelievably, the whole NFC East season comes down to Carolina at Washington. Who knew before the season started? Carolina at Washington? Carolina's lost 8 or 9 games. But I'm going to give Carolina about a 20% chance of pulling off the upset of the year, which would fall my Cowboys, I believe, to the title and to a home playoff game. So what has Carolina done while losing 8 of 9? They lost by 1 point at Minnesota, by 2 points to Mahomes in his home, by only 3 points to Drew Brees and the Saints at New Orleans, and only 8 to Aaron Rodgers. I thought they were going to get back in the game the other night at Green Bay. So they are game. They will fight you. They got that old college try going under their new college coach, Matt Rule. And Teddy Bridgewater will not quit. He will keep coming at you as average a talent as he is. He will fight you. And he's got not 1 or 2, he's got 3 receivers who can run by you. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and Curtis Samuel is the fastest one of all, but the other 2 have already gone over 1,000 yards. They have enough weapons that with all the pressure now on the Washington football team, knowing that they have to close this deal, starting with the home game, then they finish at Jalen. So they're at Jalen, sorry, Jalen's team, so I say at Jalen. So I think with the pressure mounting, maybe it depends on, obviously, is it Dwayne Haskins? Is it Alex Smith? I don't really care, because Alex Smith was horrible against the 49ers before he got hurt. I figured they'll rush him back in. I don't think he'll be much better than Dwayne Haskins was. I think there's a chance Carolina pulls it off. And if they do, you are in big trouble. Because my team has caught fire.
Skip, how many times did you just saw this go wrong? All you had to do was win 1 game. You had to go to Philly win. You win 1 game against the Jets for 3 years in a row, and you lost.
My team just won the turnover battle 4-0. My team just put up 41 after putting up 30 the week before. I'm exploding. I've sprung back to life.
You see, I try to spare you. As you should, Skip.
Yeah.
As you should. Look, I know you get your hopes up. I used to be like that as a kid, Skip. Santa had to fill out my list, and they told me Santa was going to bring it, and when Christmas came, Santa, there was nothing on that list that I requested that was up under that tree. Okay. I know what you requested, but it's not up under that tree.
But I still believe in Santa Claus, and I still believe in the Dallas Cowboys' chances in the NFC least. It's the least.
Skip.
This is, hey, it's perfect. No, it's perfect. It's happening right before your very eyes.
You know, a part of me really wants you guys to come down to the last game. And then you was There's nothing like about it. Can you imagine? He get all geeked up, and then my guy, Lee, who's on the COVID list, who will be back just in time.
This year, offensive coordinator for the New York Giants, and we finish at Giants. We can beat the Giants. I trust us beating the Giants a lot more than I trust us beating Jalen right now. Jalen's this Sunday.
Well, if you lose Sunday, it's over.
But we will know, because we play the late afternoon game, we will know the outcome of Washington and Carolina.
What I anticipated is that the football team beats Carolina and the team will blow you guys out because you realize you don't have something to play for. That's what I anticipate, Mike.
Here's the worst nightmare would be if we win out and still lose the division. That would be the worst nightmare.
Why would it be worse?
Because we lose our draft pick. We already in the top 10.
You already
keep with it, okay? But if we win our last 2, we'll end up at 12 or something, right? It'll be like also ran. So we'll lose on
you do realize that somebody in the NFC East is going to end up playing Tampa or somebody from the Rams or somebody like that. He's going to be one and done.
Well, I'll take a home playoff game.
Well, we're going to make it.
Andy Dalton, he makes plays. Makes big plays. Huh?
Tampa hang 100 on y'all.
Okay. This season, your skip has been an absolute roller coaster. You know, all the Cowboy fans. Michael, always a pleasure to have you with us. We'll check in with you very soon, guys. I actually need to ask you about the Jets. Did they actually lose big by winning the first game of the season? It's confusing. We discuss next.
Given 4 on the carry, it'll make this a 3rd. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
Sometimes front lines are in our own backyard. Make a difference in your community. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
We'll take a couple kindness yet
We are realtors, experts at what we do, advocates for what we believe. Here to acknowledge a hard truth. Too many are still locked out of the futures that property can make possible. It will take all of us, realtors stepping up for what's right, and all of you asking hard questions every step of the way. Together, we'll fight until the fight for fair is won. Because this ad won't end discrimination in real estate. People will.
2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th. And in the old days, not too long ago.
Even have risk factors like heart disease, diabetes, and raised triglycerides. Latifa can give you something to celebrate. Latifa, when added to your statin, is clinically proven to provide 25% lower risk from heart attack and stroke. Latifa is clearly different. First and only FDA approved. Celebrate less risk. Even for those with family history. Don't take Latifa if you are or become allergic to ethanol or any active ingredient in Latifa. Serious side effects may occur, like heart rhythm problems and bleeding. Heart rhythm problems may occur in more people with persistent cardiovascular risk or who have had them in the past. Tell your doctor if you experience an irregular heartbeat or other heart rhythm problems. Possible side effects include muscle and joint pain. Celebrate less risk. Added cardio protection. Talk to your doctor about added protection with Latifa.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football.
This holiday season, choose the longest lasting AA battery.
Analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says
Energizer Ultra Lithium. Backed by science, matched by
team
y'all.
expecting it, they do actually cover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a number. Just tells me special teams 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as
No, not at all.
That's just copying me.
Mom, knock it off!
Good food that's good for you, but good for you. Now, only in the Subway app, get a free football when you'd like to, because it's football season.
Welcome back. Third is coming up next right here on FS1. So let's head over, check in with
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds
Well,
as
the
they take the
Patriots
lead.
were a very boring dynasty to a lot of the haters, so you're looking for the next dynasty to be fun and flashy. But if Kansas City is supposed to be a dynasty, what I'm watching, as the kids say, this ain't it.
This ain't it. I like to call it. Guys, the Jets. Well, they shocked everyone yesterday when they got their first win of the season at the expense of the Rams in LA. All the win avoids a winless season for the Jets. It now also gives them the second overall pick in the draft behind the Jaguars, and both teams lose out the final 2 weeks of the season. So, Shannon, how devastating was this win actually for the Jets' future?
For organizational standpoint and a fan base standpoint, is very devastating, Skip, because you possibly lose out on the opportunity to draft what you believe is a generational talent in Trevor Lawrence. But for the players, Skip, I do not want my poster beside the 08 Lions and the 17 Browns and 0-16 out in 2020 Jets. That's not going to be on my resume. So if you look at those guys, Skip, you would have thought they won the Super Bowl. Because, man, that's a heavy burden. You're never going to forget that. Man, you didn't tell me you lost all your games. You couldn't win. Like, what?
Every penalty is so critical at this stage of the game.
Sean McVay, he's seen it. There should be a match. A 17-point dog. That doesn't happen very often, Skip. And that's what happens when you underestimate someone.
That was a fan sign for the Rams. Yes. I've been watching a lot of Trevor Lawrence this year. I watched all of it Saturday night. He has really impressed me. He did not always impress me a year ago. He is the real deal. This is devastating for the organization and for the fans. If I'm the owner of the Jets, GM of the Jets, I am rocked by this because it cost you a future that could have been as bright as you could make it. Because if you had Trevor Lawrence in the New York area, it could just jettison and take off.
And you can build around it.
And a lot of those players who are real happy right now would not be a part of it.
Exactly. That's why Skip people really win. Because I ain't gonna even if we do get Trevor Lawrence, I'm probably not gonna be a part of it. So why do I care?
No.
But he should win high though. Like Joe, Devontae Smith should win high.
Okay, we don't have time to go there yet, Shannon. That is it for us. You did a great stuff today, guys. The work is on right now. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I? Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been buying this pick up. So hungry, I had to eat pussy. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She called up a friend, they kissed and we did it, and that's how we hit. Let me explain what I
Hell yeah! That's a hell of a feeling, man. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this, guys. Forgive me. I know you guys are used to, Seattle, always going to the playoffs. I'm not used to this. I'm used to staying my car at home by this time. And, hey, I'm already packing up, learning where I'm going next, where's the vacation, when am I seeing family? Sorry to cut you off, but I'm just excited, man. So God's good.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Hey! I love it! Jenna, I have something to tell America before you introduce everybody. When you introduce Kevin Wildes, you must call him the prognosticator of prognosticator, the seer of seers, because he picked the Jets in one of the biggest upsets in 25 years in the NFL. Jenna, that's the man sitting to your right.
To be fair, he's been calling the Jets for like 116 weeks.